Hello everybody, so everybody's kept saying to me, Luke, you haven't reviewed a bad movie or a disturbing movie in quite some time. That's exactly what I'm doing today. I am reviewing I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, the sequel to the 1978 I Spit on Your Grave. Yes, we definitely needed a sequel after 40 years where we've already had 3 remake films. Now I Spit on Your Grave is, like I said, it's a sequel to the original film, and this time Camille Keaton is in it back as Jennifer Hills, but she now has a daughter played by Jamie Bernadette, who plays Kirsty Hills, and there's some other people. Maria Olsen plays a villain in this. Whoa. I've seen her in many horrors, but this is horrible. I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu is the story of Jennifer Hills after those 40 years. She's now written a book. She's written a book called I Spit on Their Graves, which is all about, the rapists that did this to her and how she killed them. It's in a whole book about that. And she's out for dinner with her daughter. And they go to walk outside, and these two guys approach, and they're like, oh, can you sign a book? We've got the book today. Can we get a picture with your daughter as well? And then one thing leads to another, and now we're going to get I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, which is pretty much a remake of the original film. I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu is a horrible film. It's a terrible film. It's got a 2.4 on IMDb, I believe, at the moment. I watched this back in April. I've left it that long to review it, but it's a film that, when you have a very ice-cold drink or an ice cream, and you get brain freeze, and you're like, I can't get rid of this brain freeze, it won't go, and you try and smack yourself on top of the head to get rid of it. I keep on thinking back into my head, why did that film get made? When I keep thinking about, everyone's like, well, have you seen any bad films recently? And then I get horrible flashbacks of this film, a film that is 2 hours and 28 minutes long. You know what should only be 2 hours and 28 minutes long? A good thriller. A thriller that keeps you on edge, a thriller that is incredible the whole way through. This is not a thriller. It's a horror, but it's Camille Keaton does, some terrible acting. I'll say this right now, and maybe this is going to be controversial, maybe it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think the original I Spit on Your Grave is a great movie. I really don't. I think it's an alright movie. It knocked off this whole rape revenge genre, and I don't think it's a genre we particularly need anymore. Now, I think I Spit on Your Grave remake is a good remake. I think the second film is absolutely atrocious. I think the third film, where we get back the woman from the first film, we get her back, I think that is a good film because there's none horrible stuff happening there. It's just her going around hunting down people, and it's an interesting one. But this one, there's nothing good here. Nothing good about it at all. There's no redeeming things to it. You just watch it and you think, oh, why? Why did this get made? The acting is horrible, the continuity is horrible, and it wants to try and be disturbing, but it's just not. We still have the horrific scene that you think is gonna, you know is gonna happen in this film, and it happens, and you're like, oh, here we go. We don't need it anymore. We don't need these type of films to be made. And you're gonna be, oh, you're being too PC, you're getting annoyed by this type of films. No, I just think we're better than this. We can make better films. We can make a woman character have something can happen to them, but it doesn't have to be as horrific as what happens in this. But it's just tame now. Everything that happens in this is tame. There's a head chopping scene at one point, and it's the most hilarious scene ever because of the editing that's done to it. One point it's just someone's real head, you start seeing it happen, then it's just some weird chopping editing. It's, what happened there? What is this head now? It looks bad, and every single line that is delivered is bad. The villains are just hilariously bad as well. I'm going to keep saying bad because this film is that. It is an atrocity. That's not even a word. It's just atrocious. Atrocity? Yeah, atrocious. Hey, you're a really good reviewer, Luke. You know how to use these descriptive words that really describe the film. I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, as you can tell, just even thinking about it right now just drains me of everything. Because 2 hours and 28 minutes that I just kept pushing myself through it. There's one point where I was like, oh, maybe I should turn this off. But I didn't. And, I don't understand how someone wasn't in the editing room and they said to me, Zarchi, mate, should we cut about an hour out of this? And he went, no, people are going to want to watch 228 minutes of really bad acting and just the most hilarious final fight scene with people getting hit with spades. They're going to want to watch that. And the twist that we're going to put that is not really... You know, I'm spoiling the film right now. It does a twist, and it's spoilers, but don't watch this piece of trash. It does a twist, and it's just the most hilarious thing ever. You have these two old people. Miyazaki, last film he directed was from 1985, I believe, a film called Don't Mess With My Sister. That got really good reviews as well, didn't it? The remakes were better than the original. And not the second one. I will always hate the second film. But the third and the first remake are okay. Like, I won't ever watch them again, but I'm saying that they're films that are passable. They're passable remakes. But this is just the lowest of the low. This is one of the worst films of 2019. And it is also one of the worst films that I have ever seen. It's taken I've watched so many bad films. I did Bad Movie Month in February a few years back. And I saw some trash for that. And there was films in that where I was like, these are the worst movies I've ever seen. But then this film comes along. I'm like, whoa, those other films? The Emoji Movie looks like an Oscar-worthy film compared to this. Hellboy, well, Hellboy was alright, but it's terrible still, is Oscar-worthy with it. I'm not saying the original Hellboy, I'm saying the fucking terrible remake from this year. I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, is something I don't really want to say too much about. It's just when the gore happens, it just sort of turns the camera away from it. Someone gets their dick stabbed with a bottle at one point, but still believes that he's coming. He's like, oh, this feels really weird, but so good, because he thinks he's getting a hand job from Christy, because she's going around just killing these people after something happens to her mum. But it's just hilarious, the kills in this. And here's the bullshit thing. 2019, do we really need to have someone that has a mental disability? Do we have to have that in the film so they can call him the R word and be like, hey, look at him, he can't do anything, or you're gonna stutter? The most hilarious thing in this as well is because, you know, they had someone with a mental disability in the first film. Well, in this one, it's just, that character is in the one from the first film. He is in a photo frame, but it's a screenshot from the movie in the photo frame. Someone said, yeah, that looks good, film that. This is a film that shouldn't be made in 2019. It's terrible. It's not even really shocking or disturbing. It just has some little bits that, if you haven't seen anything shocking, then maybe you might get disturbed by it, but it's very tame with how it does. The head cutting scene could have been something very graphic, but is in the end very laughable, and some of the blood at points just looks like paint, red paint. That is my review on I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu. It's called Deja Vu because it is pretty much just a remake of the original film. That's all it is. That's why it's Deja Vu. But why did it have to be 2 hours and 28 minutes long? The original, let me remember how long the original is. The original was 1 hour and 41 minutes long, but I believe there was a longer cut of that. This should have just been 1 hour and 41 minutes long. I'm just talking too long now. That's my review. If you've seen I Spit on Your Grave, Deja Vu, say in the comments down below if you enjoyed it, if you hated it, other things. That's all from me today. Thank you very much. I will see you all again very, very soon. Comments down below if you want me to disturb any review movies. That's what I was about to say. If you want me to review any more disturbing movies, say in the comments down below. I have seen many, but there's probably more out there that I can find, so let's talk about them in the comments down below. Thank you for all the new subscribers recently. You're all brilliant, you're all fantastic, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.